All right, guys, well, I'm down here at the range with a test that I'm really excited about doing, and that is testing the Premier Body Armor backpack plates. And if you haven't seen my full overview on these plates, go check it out. I believe it's called a Bulletproof Backpack video. And this is a project that I've been working on about developing a bulletproof backpack that can keep you safe in every aspect of your life in your EDC pack. This also works for like your kids' backpacks or sending your kids off to college or things like that. You just want to be able to protect them, and this is a great way to do that. So again, I've got that full overview, go check it out. But today we're going to be testing it out. I've got various different calibers, 9mm, 45, and 357 Magnum, and we're going to hit this thing and see what it can stop. Now this is certified to stop 6 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the actual standard. But we're going to see and try to go above and beyond that to see if this plate is capable of going above the standard. But again, it is actually rated to stop 6 rounds. So let's go check it out and see how it does. So I've got the backpack set up. I grabbed one of my old nephew's backpacks. He was a willing participant. So I've got it set up and it's kind of resting against that 1/4-inch plywood, which is super flexible, almost to simulate like it's resting against a person or something like that. I mean, not perfect, but the plywood is going to not provide any protection whatsoever. So we'll see if the plate can actually stop all of these rounds, and hopefully the plywood will just prevent the backpack from just flying off into oblivion so we can shoot it 2 at a time. So 2 shots of 9mm. This is the Solzermaz, the TR Imports 9mm that they sent over to the channel. Still a great running gun. So let's shoot this backpack. Two hits. Actually looks really good. It didn't like crumble up into form. It's still a viable backpack, and nothing else is inside that backpack other than that plate. So let's go check it out. All right, well, there is our hit, and there is our hit. So right beside each other, worst case scenario. Let's unzip this thing. So there are our 2 hits. I'm gonna try to focus in for you guys so you can actually see those. And then nothing went through, so a slight bulge, and you can actually feel the rounds, or you could. I think they fell back down. So stop 2 shots of 9mm almost right beside each other. No problem at all. Next up, 45 ACP out of this FNX 45. A great shooting pistol. Let's see if this backpack can stop 2 shots of 45. Two hard hits. Again, the backpack still looks like it remains reasonably intact. Let's go check it out. So I am not doing this plate any favors. All hits right there in the center. Big 2 45 holes. Try to focus in on that for you guys. And then let's see. Nothing went through. That is awesome. I am very, very impressed with the plate. And look at this. It's not like buckling up or bending. I mean, it's just resting in a backpack. Now, if this were me and I was using this for defense, I would probably put this in the front and all the books behind it to prevent that shockwave of going into your body. But as a standalone plate, this is working great. Next up is the SR38 by Solzermaz. This is imported by TR Imports as well. A very nice pistol chambered in, or revolver chambered in 357 Magnum. So I've got it loaded up with 2 rounds of 357 Magnum. Let's see how this does. Already weakened by 4 shots. Whew. That hits hard. Let's go check it out. So here's our first hit, and here is our second hit. So let's see if it actually stopped the 357 Magnum. Try to find those zippers. I lost them. Pull out this plate. So there is our first hit and second hit. Let's flip it over, and man, nothing went through. That is awesome. I mean, it just stopped those 357s, and it really didn't deform the plate too much. So it looks like just multi-hit capability. So I don't know, let's keep shooting it. This plate is doing really, really good. So at this point, the plate, in my opinion, has already passed the test. I mean, 6 shots, 2 357 Magnum, 2 45 auto, and 2 9mm. That's a lot of hits, and it is perfectly intact, and it stopped all of those no problem. But I've got 15 rounds of 9mm loaded up, and I'm going to see when this thing will fail. This should be fun. Had a problem with that steel not ejecting all the way. That Winchester steel cased ammo is not that great. This gun has been running 100%, but that steel just kind of gums up in the magazines. All right, let's go check it out. So look at all of these hits. Now there are a few that I pulled to the left and it looks like they just ripped off the side. I mean, there's no plate right here, just backpack. So I'm gonna take a look at the plate and actually see what hits are on there and what hits, if any, made it through. All right, look at all of these hits. I mean, worst case scenario, all in the same area. Looks like we actually just winged it right here, but it mostly went through just that piece, so it really didn't hit any of the plates. And then there's this one like right on the corner, but let's see. And man, so it's split the back right here, but nothing made it through. It's just a split from the force of all of those rounds. And it looks like right here it did the same thing. It's split, but you can see there's no hole, and the bullet is actually right there. So the one, even on the very corner, it split the plate, but it actually captured it. So I mean, that's 21 rounds in, all in the same location, and I mean, it literally stopped every single one. I am just really impressed with this plate. I think I misspoke. I think I said I hit 21 rounds on that guy, but I actually pulled about 2 or 3 to the left, you know, barely nicking that fringe on the plate or hitting the side of the backpack itself. It's kind of hard to see where the plate is inside the backpack. But so it's pretty darn close. Very close to 20 rounds so far without nothing penetrating. Now I've got 6 rounds of 357 Magnum. I don't think it's going to be able to stop all of these. I mean, we've already shot it about 20 times, but I'm going to give it a shot and see. One left, guys. That hits hard. That backpack is flopping around, but let's go check it out. So you can see, I mean, all of these hits. I'm not quite sure if you'll ever get into a situation when you're getting hit like 25 times, but let's pop it open and see. So this plate is puffed up from where it hit, but it's actually reasonably intact. I mean, it holds its form really well after 6 shots of 357 Magnum. But let's flip it over and see. And it stopped them. So it's bulging out here, but there's actually no holes. It just split this material, and there is no holes whatsoever in any of this. I mean, nothing down below where we got even more 357 Magnum hits. So nothing down below. Again, just split material, but nothing went through. That is awesome. So here you go, guys. I flattened it all back out, and I stuffed the Kevlar back inside. So the only thing that's actually giving way right now is this back material, but you can tell there is 0 holes. I'm going to show you really close and up close that there is no holes in any of this. It is just actually splitting the material, but the Kevlar has remained 100% intact. So everything that has been shot at this plate has been stopped. So what I'm going to do is kind of duct tape up this and keep going, because I want to see when the actual material fails and not just the back starts to rip apart. I don't think that's fair to the Kevlar, and I really don't think you're going to get shot 25, 26 times and still be in the same spot. So I've got the back of the plate taped up with some duct tape just to prevent the Kevlar from extruding out, because that back is now splitting. But the Kevlar itself remains intact, so why not keep shooting it? The plate actually hasn't failed yet. So I've got it kind of just taped so I can see where I'm hitting and dump some more rounds to it. I think about 10 or 11 in here. That was about 6. Let's go look. Man, we are just destroying it, and I can see again some Kevlar poking out the side, but that is because these are like right on the edge. I wouldn't expect this plate to stop it, but it is not going through, and if it is, it's deflecting off the Kevlar itself. So the Kevlar has still not failed. You can see at the top, that's actually where the Kevlar is folding down. So that is really cool, but all the center hits, no bullet holes whatsoever. This plate is just doing really, really good. So it has survived a lot, and I've just got it rested up against a mound of dirt at about 1.5 yards. Let's see if it can tank an almost point blank hit after all of that damage. Let's look. So it has just buried itself into the dirt, but it looks like no hole right here, just split material again. I'll cut it open to confirm. Again, split material, but the Kevlar itself, there is no holes in it. Coming out the sides, but again, no holes in the Kevlar. So, I mean, I'm done. This plate is freaking awesome. It works really well, and I'll try to do all the math, but I think we're at like 35, 40 hits. Nothing has gone through. Look at all of these bullet holes. And it is still kind of holding its shape, which is really, really awesome. Let's take it back to the truck bed and cut it open. So one thing I want to point out as I start cutting this open is the fact that this was worst case scenario. I mean, there was no books or iPads or laptops or anything like that inside this plate carrier. So the plate itself was taking 100% of the force. And if you're using this for something like backpack armor, you're going to have other things in here to also add rigidity to the plate to keep it sustained. But I mean, look at all of these bullet holes. It is just really impressive. Try to split this open. Kind of peels back. So already I'm finding rounds in here. They all just fell out. I mean, that is awesome. I will try to gather them all up and peel back the layers for you guys. So these are all the rounds that were inside the front part of the plate, which stopped almost immediately, or kind of captured in the bottom of this guy once it fell out to the bottom. So I'm going to collect all those to the side. You can see all the spalling, probably from some of the hollow points that were in it and mixed in there, were captured as well. And I'm going to start peeling back these layers. And after you start peeling them back, you can see there's the 357 Magnum, another 357 Magnum, kind of caught up in that Kevlar right there. See if I can pull that out. So there's another round. You can see as it degrades, some of the rounds get stuck throughout this. Here's another one right here, another one right here, another one, another one. That is just really, really cool. You peel back another layer, you get some more rounds. You can just tell, I mean, the proof is in the pudding about how well this armor actually works. Here's some more. That is just really, really cool. Here's some more that are like mangled up in here. All right, some are making it back here now, probably as the plate degrades, but there's one. There's one right there. Well, there's one right there. This must be some of the point blank ones that we were just shooting almost right there at it. That is really cool. So now this is the last sheet, and it looks like the Kevlar started splitting there. And it may have gotten caught in that back piece, but that looks like, I mean, after all of those hits, that is what the last sheet of Kevlar looks like. So that is really protecting you. I mean, this stuff is awesome. You could probably use this as a spall liner now for like a steel plate, but that is really cool. So in summary, I'd say this plate works, and I would absolutely trust my life to it. At this point, after seeing how well these Premier body armor panels do, I need to get more because these things are awesome. I'd like to do different projects in the future where I bulletproof different items and try out a bunch of different things. But I mean, this stuff is solid and it works really well. I mean, the evidence is right here, guys. You watch the entire process and this thing works. So if you guys like this video and you like this body armor, I'll add a link in the description below. So thanks for watching. Have a good one.